Brian Randall Shaffer was born on February 25, 1979, in Pickerington, Ohio. He was a bright, charismatic, and driven young man who dreamed of becoming a doctor. In March 2006, Brian was a 27-year-old second-year medical student at Ohio State University. Despite the tough curriculum, Brian was doing well and he had big dreams. But behind the scenes, life hadn't been easy lately. Just 3 weeks before his disappearance, Brian had lost his mother, Renee Shaffer, to a long battle with cancer. He was grieving, but trying to stay strong. His girlfriend, Alexis, was supportive and loving. They were planning a vacation to Miami together and many believed Brian might even propose on the trip. By all accounts a broken bar life was hard, but it was still moving forward. Then came the night of March 31, 2006. It was the Friday before spring break. Brian decided to go out with his friend Clint Florence to unwind. The plan was simple. They would hit a few bars around the University District in Columbus. They started around 9 p.m. at a bar called Ugly Tuna Saloon. Throughout the night, they bar hopped, drank, and partied. At around 1:15 a.m., they returned to Ugly Tuna where surveillance cameras captured Brian walking into the bar. That would be the last confirmed sighting of Brian Shaffer ever. At around 2 a.m., the bar was closing. Clint and another friend, Meredith, tried calling Brian, but he didn't answer. They assumed he had gone home or met someone and left. But the next morning at Broken Bar Brian didn't show up. He didn't answer his phone. He didn't call his girlfriend. He didn't show up for their flight to Miami 2 days later. That's when everyone realized something was very wrong. Police began their investigation with the last place Brian was seen, Ugly Tuna Saloon. They pulled security footage from the bar's single entrance camera at the top of an escalator. The footage showed Brian entering the bar at 1:15 a.m. It showed other people leaving. It showed Clint and Meredith coming and going. But strangely, Brian is never seen leaving the bar. Not through the main exit. Not through the back service door. Not at all. It's like a broken bar, he just vanished. Police and volunteers searched the bar, the roof, the back alley, and surrounding areas. Dogs were brought in. Flyers were posted. Tips poured in but none led anywhere. Some theories began to emerge. He ran away to start a new life. But Brian was excited for his vacation, and he had just started school. No sign of distress. He died accidentally, maybe he fell off a ledge or down a shaft. But the building was searched thoroughly, nobody was ever found. He was murdered possibly inside the bar. But then how did the killer remove the body without cameras catching anything? He left through a service exit disguised or unnoticed. But that exit led to a construction site full of dangers. Again, nobody ever found. Even the FBI got involved, but nothing turned up. As time passed, suspicion turned to those closest to Brian. His friend Clint Florence, who was with him that night, refused to take a lie detector test. Police found that strange. Even Brian's own father publicly asked Clint to cooperate. But Clint, through his lawyer, said he had already told police everything he knew and didn't want to be interrogated again. Still, no evidence linked him to any crime. And the mystery deepened. In 2008, just 2 years after Brian vanished, his father Randy Shaffer died in a freak accident. A tree fell on him during a storm. Some say Randy died with a broken heart. A photo of Randy's memorial showed a mysterious message scrawled on an online guest book, "Dad, I love you. Brian." But authorities traced the IP address. It was a hoax, posted from a public computer in Franklin County. Even in grief, a broken bar, people played games with this family's pain. Over the years, sightings have been reported in Michigan, Texas, even Sweden. None were confirmed. In 2020, police used age progression software to show what Brian might look like in his 40s. Still, nothing. To this day, Brian Shaffer is listed as a missing person. So what really happened to Brian Shaffer? Let's consider the possibilities again. If he died inside the bar, how was the body removed with no camera footage? If he slipped out through construction, why was nothing found nearby? If he ran away, why hasn't he ever contacted anyone he loved? If foul play was involved, why is there zero forensic evidence? It's as if he vanished into thin air. Almost no other missing person case in America has such a strange surveillance gap where someone is seen entering a building, a broken bar, but never seen leaving. It remains one of the most baffling disappearances in American history.